So dear students, now for those who have not attended the online classes, the word problems are, I'm sending you a video for if you are having any doubts in the word problems, that is of chapter number 1. Okay, so we'll start with 6th number. That is, a machine on an average manufactures 2825 screws in a day. So in a day, a machine that makes 2028 screws in a day. Now what we have to find out, how many screws did it produce in the month of January 2006. Now we have to find out that how many. Okay, first we have to we have not here mentioned that how many days, okay, does it produce. Here we are given in the month of January. So how many days are there in the in January? That is 31 days. Okay, whichever year it is, 2007, 8, 9, 10, whichever year it is, the number of the days in January will be same only. So it will be 31 days. So here we are given that machine is making 2825 screws in a day. So we have to find out that how many screws are being produced in the month of January. So means in 31 days how many screws will be there, will be manufactured. So we can see that so what we have to do, we will not keep on adding 2825 plus 28 in second day, 2825, then 2825 up to 31 days. Okay, when we have to find out for more numbers, we are going to multiply. So what we are going to multiply, 2825 into 31 days. Now in the problem sums, we have to write according, it's stepwise. Okay, we have to mention the statements and then we have to show the calculation and then we have to write the answer in the sentence form. So first of all, you have to begin with writing what has been given to us. Okay, so first of all, what is given to us, that a machine is producing this many, manufacturing this many screws in a day. So we'll write down number of, okay, we'll start with the number of. So number of screws manufactured in a day is equals to 2825. So I will write down here number of screws manufactured in one day. So in a day means in one day, it is mentioned in one day. Okay, that is 2825. Now how many days are given, it is not given. Okay, so we will write number of days in January 2006. So number of days in January 2006, so is equals to 31 days. Okay, now what we have to find out, this is given that this is given. Okay, 2825 screws are produced in a day and number of days in the month of January is 31 days. Now we have to find out how many screws did this produce. So we have to find out number of screws manufactured in 31 days. Okay, we have to find out that. So we'll write down number of screws manufactured in 31 days. So we will multiply, that is 2825 multiplied by 31. Okay, so that we have to find out. So what answer we'll get, first we'll multiply, then we'll come to know 2825 into 31. Okay, then you have to multiply. So when you are going to multiply, you have to multiply. Okay, and then you will get the answer 87575 screws are manufactured. So what you will write in the sentence form, you will write 87,575 screws are manufactured in the month of January 2006. Okay, from the sentence, from the question only you will write down that how many screws did it produce. So this many screws are manufactured or it are produced in the month of January 2006. So answer we will write 87,575 screws. From here only we can write are produced in the month of January, in the month of January 2006. So like this we have to find out the answer. Now here we are having the second sum. A merchant had rupees 78,592 with her. So total amount, okay, total amount with the merchant is 78,000. So total rupees with the merchant is 78,592. Now what is she doing in the second sentence? She placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets at 1200 each. Okay, now here we are not given that how many rupees she is spending, how much total rupees she is spending. Okay, so we have to find out. Now here 40 radio sets are there. Can you see here 40 radio sets and at 1200 each. Okay, so one radio set is for rupees 1200, but we have to find out for 40 radio sets. First, second sentence you will find here, because the second one they have not given that how much total amount she is spending on 40 radio sets. So what are we going to do? We have to find out for one radio set is given 1200, so we have to find out for 40. So we will not go adding, okay, 1200 plus 1200 up to 40. We have, if we have to, it is like the above sum only. We have to, what we have to do, we have to multiply 1200 into 40, so we can come to know that how much rupees she is spending. Okay, how much amount she is spending. Then what we have to find, how much money will remain with her after the purchase. So she is having this much total amount. Now we have to multiply this, then we will come to understand that how much amount she will spend. Okay, first we'll do that much. Okay, first we'll find this, first we'll do the one step. Okay, first we'll find this second sentence. Okay, so first we are going to write what it is. Now if rupees is given, so we will start with the cost of. Okay, will not rupees are not in numbers. Okay, so we'll start with cost of. What is the cost of one radio? 1200 rupees. So first we will write down that the cost of one radio, that is how much is given, rupees 1200. Now for how many we have to find? 40 radio sets. So cost of 40 radios, so is equals to, we have to find out. Okay, so we will multiply to find out more than one numbers. Okay, more than one we have to find out, then we will multiply. So if we multiply, what answer we will get? We have to multiply this. So answer we get 4 12s will be 48. Okay, and number of zeros are how much? 3. Okay, so like that also you can multiply. So therefore now we got, okay, for 40 radios she is spending 48,000 rupees. So she placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets. Okay, so we came to know that a merchant spent rupees 48,000 on 40 radio sets. Okay, now this much amount she is spending. Now what they are asking, how much money will remain with her after the purchase. Now how much total amount was with her? With her it was 78,592. Now we have to find, she is spending how much rupees? 48,000 from this. So what we have to do, we have to find the difference. How much amount will be remain, or how much remain itself, it suggests that we have to find difference. We have to subtract, remain is there or left is there. So what we going to do, we will subtract 78,592 minus 48,000. Okay, so we will write with the sentence form. So greater number we have to write first. So for how sentence will write from here in only total amount with merchant. Okay, so we will write here total amount with merchant. So total amount she is having, that is rupees 78,592. Then she is spending this much rupees. So amount spent on 40 radio sets. So that is rupees 48,000. Okay, now what we have to find? We have to find how many money will left with her. So amount remained with her, or okay, so we'll write amount remained with her. So how will it come to understand? By subtracting. Remain itself suggests that we have to subtract. Okay, then you also have to show the calculation. So rupees 78592 minus rupees 48000, so we'll get rupees 30,592. So answer, how are we going to write? How much money will remain with her after the purchase? So 30,592 will remain with her after the purchase. So from the sentence, from the question only, we have to write the answer. So rupees 30,592 will remain with her after the purchase. After the purchase. Okay. Now your next sum we are having, it is little bit of different. Okay, so understand it very well what they are saying. Now a student multiplied 7236, that is 7026 by 65 instead of multiplying by 56. Now we also make sometime mistake. Okay, we write the we interchange the number. Okay, so what a student has multiplied, he multiplied this. Okay, 7236 in by 65 instead of multiplying with 56 number. Okay, so the correct multiplication is what? The correct multiplication is 7236 into 56 will be the correct multiplication, and wrong multiplication is 7236 into 65, because he is multiplying it this instead of, okay, instead of multiplying with the 56. So now what are they asking? By how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? Now we have to find here what are they saying, but by how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? So correct answer would always will be, but obviously it will be different because he is multiplying with the wrong digit. Okay, so they are asking us that how much is the answer. Okay, what he got the answer as he is multiplying with 65, so the answer will be greater than the correct answer. So if you have to find out how much it is, they are asking about the difference. Okay, so we have to minus. Now how are we going to do? See, first of all, what is the correct multiplication? So we'll write the correct multiplication is equals to 7236 into 56 is the correct multiplication. But what did the student do? The multiplication by student was incorrect. Okay, he multiplied 7236 into 65. Okay, now obviously this will the answer of this will be greater than this, because this is, here is 65, here is 56. Okay, so now we have to find out the difference. Okay, so here hint is given, do you need to do both the multiplications? Okay, we will not waste the time in multiplying this. Okay, first we'll multiply this and then we'll multiply this and then we'll get the answer and then we will subtract. Okay, this way we will not do the correct what we are going to do, simple method, directly we will find out the difference, because here they are saying by how much was his answer greater than his correct answer, so means we have to subtract. Okay, they are telling us to find the difference. So difference is equals to, now we will write down this first, because by multiplying 7236 into 65 we'll get the product will get greater than the 56. Okay, so first we'll take 7236 into 65 and then minus we'll take this, so 7236 into 56. Now we already have done this sums, right, in chapter number 2 to find the common. Okay, so now we can see which is the common in both the terms, or first you can underline so that you will not get confused. Okay, so now 7236 is common in both the terms. So 65 minus what is remaining, 65 minus 56. Then we will first open the bracket, then we will multiply with 7236 into what is 65 minus 56 will be 9. Okay, will be 9. Then when we are going to multiply, that is 7236 into 9. Now this you have to multiply it, then it will be 65,124 answer will get by multiplying 65,000. Okay, this will get by multiplying this 7236 into 9. So 65,124. Okay, so how much difference we got? We got 65,124 difference. That is, from this we have to write his answer is 65,124 greater than that of the correct answer. So his answer is 65,124 more, okay, or greater than that of the correct answer. Okay, so we will not multiply first this and then we will get answer, and then multiply this and then get the answer, but we have applied a short method. Okay, directly we have done what difference we have written, and then first we will write this term, then subtraction because we have to find the difference, then this term, then we have found the common, then 65 minus 56. Okay, understood this sum? Now here we are given to stitch a shirt. 2 meter 15 centimeter cloth is needed. So for stitching one shirt, 2 meter 15 centimeter of cloth is needed. Now out of 40 meter cloth, how much shirts can be stitched and how much cloth will remain? So total cloth is how much? 40 meter. So for one shirt, for stitching of one shirt, 2 meter 15 centimeter of cloth is required. So how much shirts can be stitched? You have to find the number of shirts that can be stitched and how much cloth will remain. So how are we going to find out this? See, whenever we are given the total number of cloth or total number of anything we are given, and the value of one thing is given, that is value of one thing means value of your value of one shirt, that is the cloth is of the cloth can be stitched in one shirt, and total is given. So what are we going to do? We will always divide. Okay, then how much shirts can be stitched? So we are going to divide. If total is given, value of 1 is given, and we have to find out number of shirts, number of okay, so we will divide. So first of all, here it is always written it is written as convert data into centimeter. Now here meter and centimeter is given. So first of all, we will convert, here 40 meter is given, so first we will convert them into the centimeter. So first we will write down from how much total cloth is, okay, how much total cloth it is. So first we will write down total cloth is equals to 40 meter. Now I want to convert this into centimeter, so I have to know that what is 1 meter is equals to how many centimeters. So it is 100 centimeter. Okay, so this we have to remember, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 40 meter is equals to how many centimeters? So how are we going to find? We will 40 first we will write, and then we'll multiply with 100. Okay, we'll multiply with 100, so we will get 4000 centimeter. Okay, whatever the number is given, we will, when we have to convert from meter to centimeter, we will multiply with 100. Okay, that way we are going to convert into centimeter. So this is total cloth we have find out. now what is given to stitch a shirt? Now this much cloth is needed, so cloth needed. So second thing we'll write cloth needed to stitch one shirt. So here we'll write cloth needed to stitch one shirt. So that is how much it is given, 2 meter 15 centimeter. Now this entire thing we have to convert into centimeter. So what we are going to do, say 2 meter. So what I told you, that when we have to convert meter to centimeter, we'll multiply with 100. So 2 into 100 centimeter, okay, plus now 15 centimeter is itself in the centimeter, so we'll not do anything with it, but we'll just add, okay, plus 15 centimeter. Now 2 into 200 will be 200 centimeter plus 15 centimeter. So this will get 215 centimeter. Okay, like this we will convert. If you want to convert meter to centimeter, we'll multiply 2 into 100 centimeter. Now this is already in the centimeter, so we'll keep as it is, okay, but we have to add this, okay, along with this we have to add it. So we'll get 215 centimeter. Now we have to find out the number of how much shirts can be stitched. The number of shirts to be stitched. So we will divide 4000 divided by 215. Okay, 4000 divided by 215. Now how much answer will get, that we have to first divide and then we can get the answer. So 4000 divided by 215. So here we got, after dividing you will get 18 as your quotient, okay, means 18 shirts can be stitched. Now here 130 I got as a remainder, because 130 will not be divided further, because why, 215 is greater than 130, so what, it won't be divided, okay. So 130 is remainder, so it is also written how much cloth will remain. So 130 centimeter we got, okay, this is also centimeter because we have converted into centimeters. So 130 centimeter of shirt will be remained, and 18 we got, okay, 18 shirts can be stitched. So in answer, if I have to convert now this into meter and centimeter, okay, so what I will do, 130 centimeter is there, I have to convert into meter and centimeter. So 130 divided by 100. Whenever I want to convert centimeter to meter, I will divide with 100. Whenever I want to convert meter to centimeter, I will multiply with 100. Okay, so after 2 we'll get meter, okay. So after 2 zeros means 1 meter and 30 centimeter. Okay, like that we can convert it to meter and centimeter. If you don't know, then you can also divide, okay, 130 is there and 100 is there. So 100 ones are 100, 100 twos are 200. So I will take 100 ones are 100. Okay, so I will get this. So 1 meter and 100 centimeter. If you don't know, you can do like this also to convert meter to centimeter. So answer I will be writing is that 18 shirts. What is, Rika, how many shirts can be stitched? So 18 shirts can be stitched, and how much will remain? 1 meter 30 centimeter of cloth will remain. So 1 meter 30 centimeter or 130 centimeter will of cloth will remain, okay, of cloth will remain. Okay, so what we have done in this, first of all, okay, what we have done in this, first of all we have total cloth we have. So we have taken total cloth, then we have to convert this into centimeter. So for conversion 40 into 100, for conversion meter to centimeter we have to multiply, okay. Then cloth needed to stitch one shirt, that is given 2 meter 15. So then again we have converted and we got answer 215 centimeter. Now whenever it is the total is given, one shirt value is given, total cloth is given, and we have to find number of shirts. So we will divide, okay, 4000 divided by 215. So how much shirts can be, so question we got, that is the number of shirts that can be stitched, and the remainder is the cloth that will remain. Now remainder is in centimeter, because we have converted the centimeters, we got in centimeter. So if you want to convert it into meter and centimeter again, so you will divide with 100. So you'll get 1 meter 30 centimeter. So 18 shirt can be stitched and 1 meter 30 centimeter of the cloth will remain. Now here we are having the next sum. Medicine is packed in boxes, each weighing 4 kg 500 grams. Okay, so one box is there. It is the weight of one box is 4 kg 500 gram. Now how many such boxes can be loaded in a van which cannot carry beyond 800 kg? So we have to find out what? We have to find out the number of boxes that can be loaded in a van. Okay, so maximum capacity of the van is what? 800 kg. So now again this is like the, so what we have to do, we have to find out the number of boxes which can be loaded into the van. So total we are given 800 kg, we are given the weight of one box, so total is given, the value of 1 is given. Now we have to find out the number of boxes. Okay, so in the above also it was same, right? In above what it was, the one shirt we were given, okay, one shirt to stitch was 215 centimeter. Okay, then total cloth was given 40 meter cloth, so we have to find out the number of shirt to be stitched. So whenever total is given and 4 kg 500, that is the value of 1 is given, we will divide. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to divide. Now first of all, this is, here is kg is given, here it is kg and gram is given, so we will convert to the smaller unit. So what is the smaller unit in kg and grams? That is grams. So we will convert first of all into grams. So first we will begin writing with the first statement. Okay, so what it is given, each weighing, medicine is packed in boxes each weighing 4 kg 500 grams. So weight of one box is given, so first we will write weight of one box. So it is given 4 kg 500 grams. Now for conversion of kg into grams, we should know that 1 kg is equals to how many grams? So it is 1000 gram. Okay, now 1 meter is equals to 200 centimeter. Here 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So same way we are going to convert it into grams. So 4 kg is there, so I have to convert it into grams, mean I will multiply it. So 4 into 1000 grams. Now plus 500 gram is as it is, because it will be as it is, because it is already in the grams. So I will write it as it is, and don't forget to mention the units. Okay, they are important. Then 4 into 1000 is 4000 grams plus 500 grams. So I will get 4500 gram. Okay, so 4500 gram is the total weight of one box. Okay, weight of one box. Now I have to convert this. Okay, so they are asking how many such boxes can be loaded. Now that we will do it afterwards. First we will find out this 800 grams, 800 kg we have to convert it into grams. So what is given, that maximum weight loaded in a van is how much? 800. So total capacity of a van is 800 kg. So we can write here maximum weight loaded in a van is equals to 800 grams. So this 800 kg. Okay, 800 kg it is given. So maximum weight can be loaded is, so total it is already given. So 800 we have to convert. Okay, so 800 into, we will multiply with 100. sorry, we'll multiply with 1000, okay, because 1 kg is equal to 1000. So we'll get 800,000. So it is 8 lakh grams. Okay, so first we have to find out what is first we have to write down what is given to us. Okay, then we will find out the actual what we have to find, how many such boxes can be loaded. That we'll find out. Next step will be that first whatever is given, like the weight of one box is given 4 kg 500 grams. So first we have done that step, converted into the grams. Then it is given that maximum weight can be loaded. Okay, maximum capacity in the van can be loaded is 800 kg. So that we have done. So whatever is given to us, first we will write down that, and then what we have to find we will write out last. Okay, so what we have to find out, we have to find out the number of boxes in a van. So write number of boxes that can be loaded. Okay, so number of boxes equals to, now we have discussed that whenever the total is given and we have one the value of 1 is given, so we will divide. Okay, so we can do like that also. 8 lakh grams divide with 4500 gram. Okay, so when we are going to divide this, so 8 lakh divide with 4500. So here when you will divide, so we'll get 177 as the quotient, and here 3500 is smaller than 4500, so we will not further divide. Okay, it will not be possible. Then 177 we got. Okay, so number of boxes that can be this. Okay, it will not get further divided, so 177 number of boxes can be loaded in a van. Okay, so here we got 177. So answer will be how many boxes can be loaded. So we can write here 177 boxes can be loaded in a van. Okay, so whenever the total is given, okay, total value is given, whenever the value of 1 is given, you will divide. But first we have whatever is given to us, whatever the conversion we have to do, first we will do that, and then last we will calculate whatever is asked to us to find out. Okay, in the above sum, what it was, in the above sum was also see 40 meter of cloth was given, that was total cloth, and the value of 1, that is to stitch one shirt 2 meter 15 centimeter. Now how many shirts can be stitched? So same it is. So we have divided, first we have converted. Okay, whatever is needed to be converted, then we have divided. Okay, so it is, if you know what we have to divide, then it is very easy for us to solve the sums. Now here again the next sum is there. The distance between the school and a student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. So now the student is there. Okay, so the distance between the school and the student house is how much? It is 1 kilometer 875 meter. Now every day she walks both ways. Now she is going to the school and she is also coming back, so it becomes two-way. Okay, so we have to find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. Now both way we have to find. So first distance only it is given from school to student house. Okay, one way distance is given, but she has to also come back to her house. So that what we are going to do, we have to plus. Okay, 1875 plus 1875, or we can multiply by 2. Okay, 1875 we have to, first both ways are there, so into 2 we will do, then we will get the distance. Okay, the total distance we will get in 1 day. Now we have to find total distance covered in 6 days. So now we have to find out for 6 days. So whatever the answer we'll get, we will multiply with 6. Okay, so here distance is given, so you will not write cost, will not write amount, will not write numbers. Distance is mentioned in the distance only. So what are we going to do? So first we'll write what is given, distance between school and house. So we'll write first that distance between school and house. So that is given to us 1 kilometer 875 meter. Okay, now this we have to convert it into meter. Okay, now see, you can convert it into meter also, or you can write it as kilometers and meters also. So if I want to convert it into meters, what I am going to do, 1 kilometer is equals to how many meters? That is 1000 meter. Okay, so if you don't know, 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. So if I want to convert 1 kilometer 875 meter into meters, what I am going to do, see, 1 kilometer 875 meter. Okay, so is equals to 1 kilometer, sorry, 1 kilometer. So what I will have, 1 into kilometer I have to convert, so I will multiply with 1000. Okay, same as kg and grams and kilograms. Okay, then this is as it is, so 875 meter. So I will get 1875 meter. Okay, so distance between school and house is 1875 meter. That we got. Now what, it is only one way. Now every day she walks both ways, so plus, okay, we can write 175 meter, because both ways, from this is the distance between school and house. Now this is what distance between, this is a distance between house and school. So we'll plus, so we can get, okay, we can get the total distance covered in one day. Okay, so when we are going to plus this, we'll get 3750 meter. So this is total distance in one day. In one day. Okay, now she is going school to house this much. Now she is also coming back. Okay, she is also coming back, so we have plused. Okay, so we get 3750 meter. If you multiply with 2, then also you will get the same answer. Now every day this much meter she is covering. Okay, total distance covered in one day. Total distance in one day. Now what we have to find? We have to find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. So what I am going to do, I have to, for 6 days I will not keep on adding. What I have to do, I will do multiplication. So what I will do, distance, I will write distance covered in 6 days. So is equals to 3750 meter into 6. So when I will multiply this, I will get 22,500 meter. Okay, now answer should be in the kilometers and meters. Okay, you can write this answer also, but we have to convert this into kilometers and meters. So I told you, if I have to convert some smaller unit to greater unit, I will divide, but I will have to divide with 1000, because 1 kilometer is equal to 1000. So if I don't know how I will do, okay, so I will simply divide. So 1000 ones will be, I will take 4 digits. Okay, I will take 4 digits. So 1000 ones are 1000, 1000 twos are 2000, 1000 threes are 3000. So I will take 1000 twos are 2000. It is same as the ones tables. Okay, so again I will write twos are 2000. So this much kilometer I got, and this much meter I got. If I have to convert kilometer to meter, I will divide with 1000. Okay, this is the simple method. So answer, what I am going to write answer, that 22 kilometer 500 meter is covered by her in 6 days. Okay, so 22 kilometer 500 meter is covered by her in 6 days. Okay, now here is the 12th sum, that is a vessel has 4 liters and 500 milliliters of curd. So vessel is having how much? 4 liter and 500 milliliter of curd. In how many glasses each of 25 ml capacity can it be filled? Now each glass 25 milliliter can only be filled, and total is 4 liter 500 milliliter. So again the same sum it is, okay, but liter to milliliter, kg to grams, and all the conversions are there. So here again we are given the total curd in a vessel, then the value of 1 each of 25 ml capacity. Okay, so each glass can have 25 ml of curd. Total we are having 4 liter 500 milliliter. So what I will do, I have to find out the number of glasses, how many number of glasses can be filled. So again I will divide same as it was 3 sums we have done, okay, like same as it is. So first of all I have to convert this liters to milliliters. So first I should know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliter, that I should know. So first what is given to us, that is capacity. Okay, now liters and milliliters, they are measured in capacities. Okay, so we'll write capacity of curd in a vessel. So first we'll write this. So capacity of curd in a vessel, so that is how much, that is 4 liter 500 milliliter. Now again I have to convert this, so I have to convert liter to milliliter. So I will multiply 4 liter into 1000 milliliter plus 500 will be as it is because it is already in milliliter, then 4000 milliliter I will write plus 500 milliliter. So this I will get 4500 milliliter. Okay, so total capacity of curd, okay, total curd we are having in a vessel is 4500 ml. Now in how many glasses, that we will find out afterwards, but each of 25 milliliter capacity can it be filled. So in each glass there can be 25 milliliter of curd. So capacity of one glass is how much? So capacity of each means 1. Okay, in one glass 25 ml of curd can only be filled. So capacity of one glass is equals to 25 milliliter. Now this is already in the milliliter, so we don't need to convert. Okay, now we have to find out how many glasses can be filled. So number of glasses can be filled. So I'll write this. Now I told you that total is given, total curd in a vessel is given, that is how much, 4500 ml. Capacity of one glass is given, that is in one glass only 25 ml of the curd can be filled. Now we have to find out that how many glasses can be filled. So when I told total is given, the capacity of one glass is given, so we will divide. Okay, so that is 4500 ml divided by 25 ml. So when I will divide this, 4500 divided by 25. So by multiplying, by dividing 4500 milliliter divided by 225 milliliter, we'll get 180. So 180 glasses can be filled. So answer will write 180 glasses can be filled with curd. Okay, so whenever we are having the total is given and whenever the value of 1 is given, so we will divide that. Okay, whenever there is conversion needed, so we will first convert this. Understood?